Okay, trying again. Curzon walked off. I was in the menu because I was stalling for a second. Since we often get dumb shit as games load in. And I literally tried to go live. And everything was working. Except then I immediately end up in a scenario where the stream does that annoying thing where it dies super quick. And it's kind of holding, but if it's going to die, it'll die in just a couple of minutes here. So before doing anything important, I'm just going to get some lives. Stall for just a second. Watch the stream timer. Because every time, without fail usually, if a stream dies, it does the same nonsense and I hate it. Because I don't know what is causing our streams to just randomly die off. I don't know what's causing these annoying ass inconsistencies. So I'm literally stalling until I get past the first common choke point, which is coming up in a second. If it dies again, I might fiddle with some settings and reset again. Because by all accounts, we should be able to stream, but for reasons unknown, we can't consistently stream. I mean, it is working. Okay. Seem to be past the one choke point, which is good. Got those lives. I could save. The stream dies off, or if I delete or reset something. I can explain the whole I was getting lives. It's just a weird amalgamation of nonsense. I'm just checking some stuff. Making sure things are working. So I'm just sitting here for a microsecond. Because it is working. Says we're live, which is good. So, yeah, on. I know this is awkward, but I can just... Seeing if we show up in the sunshine category. Because, yeah, there's my bot finally activating, so. Okay. Looks like it's mostly working. So, I'll get a proper move on here. Streams mode. Okay, Curzon's coming back. No, it's an awkward start. I was just making sure of things. Don't see us in the sunshine category, but it says I'm in the sunshine category. So, well, yeah, get a proper move on. Then
I went to get a drink.
I know what you did.
Yeah.
I was just sitting here.
Because I was having stomach problems, I went to get some Sprite.
Just sitting here for a second. I was just seeing if we showed up in the sunshine category. Oh, yeah, now we show up in the... Okay.
Except that Sprite isn't normal Sprite, it's vanilla Sprite, which is not as gross as it sounds.
I just want to do Noki Bay without things catching fire. I've wasted enough damn time.
No.
I've been changing a bunch of settings because sometimes Twitch works flawlessly, other times it catches fire at pure random. And I have...
I guess you could say the stream has been putting the no in Noki, right?
Well, one reason that might be causing me problems, we're still using that Virginia server, and I could see some people go, oh, that's your problem, swap back to default, stop using Virginia. We're close to Virginia! Because the Georgia server is long gone. I have to try swapping back to default. Because I will give them one thing, default is consistent. Virginia, sometimes I do score kind of low. I'm still on Virginia, to be fair. I haven't tried default in a while. I know that opening was kind of bad. I was just making sure everything was working. I'm playing the game, I'm just checking Twitch constantly, because I know we have a very likely chance that the stream is just gonna randomly die. I've tried other settings as well. The only thing I haven't tried in a while is swapping back to the default server, because I was messing with some settings and trying some stuff, because I'm trying to find a consistency, because I swapped back to constant bitrate. I've been trying to honestly test constant and variable, because there's a bunch of people who will argue never do variable. Variable is stinky because, oh, variable will get a low bitrate. But variable only gets low if not a lot's going on, and someone said constant does that as well anyway if you don't have a decent transfer.
Don't target grapple lock.
Like stinky. We did a stream with variable, and I don't think it was that bad. All it did was make one or two parts slightly lower. I'm on constant, and I'm getting low bitrate today. Which is hilarious.
Yeah, grapple lock is stinky, except I think it got a good move in Legends ZA DLC.
Okay. Time to do the thing. Not how I did it in the Let's Play. In the Let's Play, I pressed up against the wall and did the one glitch, and it was kind of awkward. I found out because speedruns had changed. If you run at the wall, it's more consistent. Even then, you have to you have to run at the corner. Yeah. You have to drop the spring. I'm doing the figure one skip. Trying to drop it, I just gotta get used to this again. It has been a minute. Yeah. When you're moving, you can drop objects. You need to, like... When I get the position, I'll get it pretty consistently. The running is better, I just haven't done... Oh, damn it. Alright. Oh, I'm hitting B, but I'm not dropping, because I haven't done this in forever. I know, it's awkward. The reason running is more consistent is because when you... Like, when you're moving, you have a more likely chance of already doing this, but I am a little bit rusty, and I get it. I know what to do. It's a pretty simple skip. I just haven't done it in forever. God damn it. Because I'm hitting B and I'm running at the wall, but I'm not hitting B early enough. You need to be a little bit preemptive. Like that. That was it. Just hover. You dive, and normally if you're aiming, that. Okay, Rusty Tricky ruined skip, but I got in here. Running is more consistent.
Yeah.
Sorry, that
Is
was
it tricky to rock around? To rock a rhyme around?
Oh, what the hell? I'm on constant, my bitrate is low. Which goes back to what somebody said, that a lot of times the data transfer is going to do that anyway.
Oh wait, Mario was in SSX on 2, where I can't start singing Tricky by Run DMC. Because that's what that band actually is, which is even funnier. And I think in the Let's Play I pointed out, and I'm not the only one that did this, for years on CRT the image was so bad. I didn't know he had a beard. I thought he was wearing like a bandana on his face.
So,
I didn't notice the lips. I thought he was wearing like a...
because the other setting I have that is experimental but is now commonly recommended, if the bitrate drops, it makes the frame rate of the stream.
But that's not the absolute worst child brain seeing something that's not there. The absolute worst of those is Shadow and Heroes. I don't know if I ever said this before on like a recording or anything, but as a child, the like team icon for Shadow in Heroes, now as an adult I recognize it's just a like a zoom in of Shadow. I'm pretty sure it was his arms crossed, but because of that, like you can barely see the like whites from his gloves. As a child, I thought Shadow's icon just had a like basically big Cheshire cat smile with like serrated teeth, and I saw it as that for years. And I hope in saying that someone will go look at it and be like, oh no, I see it now.
What the hell coin did I miss?
Isn't there one in the bottom?
I got like the 2 at the... gotta go up. Probably, I think there's one at the like top. Okay, that's like maximum. Oh, yep. That was it. Dang it. Not the first time I've missed that coin. It's not gonna be the last.
No.
So what's unique and silly, not that you would ever know this unless you literally do this one convoluted glitch. For the underwater, and this makes sense, but it's like clown shoes. And people only know this because of just some fuckery. And there's a glitch you can do where you can get this, but you have to basically get to that point without saving. When you're underwater, a lot of people think you're just using flood underwater. That's a unique flood pack. No, but that unique flood pack is designed where you can blast your way up. So if you do this glitch where you keep the flood pack by dying and resetting with it, you'll end up in the tutorial at the beginning of the game. But then you can basically infinitely hover upwards, and it's hilarious.
Does Mario still walk around like normal?
Yes.
Because if he was in a sort
No,
of...
he said go up and talk to his grandpa. Fuck that.
Because of how big the loading zone is. this boss deeply disturbed me as a child. Honestly, it deeply disturbs me now. You do anything with teeth or fingernails, and I'm like, nope, 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 nope,
But
nope.
yet you can basically walk around normal. So, first of all, like, these bubbles, they become air. So that's a...
You spray them enough, they become air.
Well, to become air, you have to get the bubbles, and that hitbox is kind of...
Also, this is the fight that normally filters people as a child. Oh, that normally doesn't happen on the first two. Isn't it RNG that determines?
I don't remember.
I seem to remember it's one of them will just
So, I don't remember this other thing. Like, the boss has, like, horrible, like, hitboxes on, like, the side of the mouth. So there's a way to do this. I don't remember what it is. Where you basically, like, get down close to the boss. And you, like, spray through the face. I just don't remember what the weird logistics for that is, because it's to the side. Coins heal you when you're underwater, but the bubbles also
because your air is
heal you, and even if
because
I'm
your air is your life.
yes,
Jank hitbox is my favorite.
they're jank and awkward, but a lot of people don't know about the bubble thing.
The game never tells you.
Oh yeah, basically. But that's infinite health, which I like. And I don't remember what angle you do to do the shooting through the face thing. I think it was.
Try it.
I'm playing mostly normal, and I believe to shoot through the face, when the boss is down like that, I believe there's like no hitboxes. Something. Other thing!
Because Sunshine is a well-made and polished video game.
Other creepy thing about this boss, Ely has a fully like, modeled throat and stomach.
If that implies that originally they had a idea for you to actually maybe go inside the wall.
Most people, because you can get sucked in, think the idea was...
There's plenty of... One, you have all the coins, and two, when you get low on health, that's when the ball shoots a bunch of the...
I can grab some coins.
Oh god, I never noticed it just because the bubbles are actually coming from its eyes. I never know. No, I was gonna say I never noticed the boss has like eye gun, dude.
Oh man. It's if you take it kind of slow, I believe to do the hitbox thing, it's when the boss is down at the bottom. Thanks again. Okay. Noki Bay is not that complicated. Even when it took me a minute to do the speedrun skip, I got it. We just need... We just need to remember to do the secrets and stuff, and that's not... Like, I'm almost done. Shell secret kind of sucks. The main secret's pretty easy.
Well, the funny thing is, I feel like for the most part, unless one of the bonuses is absolute cheats and I am completely blanking on that, I kind of feel like Ely is the big filter in this level because most missions after that I don't really remember.
Time for the world's easiest Piantissimo.
You say that, but you do get grabbed by.
Yes, but if you get the boxing glove, which
I've seen the boxing glove just directly shoot some people in. I was about to say, is he running across the water?
No, he's swimming.
Uh,
You do the boxing glove, the fish can fuck you up, but like...
I've seen people get in, like, basically immediately just get shot into the fish. Another victory over Piantissimo II, because like I said, due to the way it's written,
It's Il Piantissimo. It's Italian.
Yes.
And I got the translations again because I couldn't remember what they are. It can be translated two ways. It is either the best plant or the most plant. He is Il Piantissimo. He is either the best plant or the most plant. Shell Secret is dumb. Shadow Mario is kinda dumb.
Like I said, I think a lot of people think that it's 2, so I think people...
People think it's 2!
So people think it's
Piantissimo the second, but they wrote the 2 first for some reason. Which...
Okay, remember we had at some point, I'm pretty sure it was the first time, we had at some point, and I'm pretty sure this exact conversation, or at least a, like, similar to it, happened...
There's a line. The shell is right there. We can have that conversation in a second. I'm just trying to.
Basically, and the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure it was the.
Stop the spinning. I need to climb up. I need to get in the shell. There's a few ways to do that. I'm just using any available line and some flips.
My point was like, writing the 2 first, I think in some languages that would actually technically be correct to be, because like JoJo Part 5, it's Vento, like it's written as Vento Areo, except you say it as Golden Wind, even though Vento is Italian for wind.
Yes.
Because this is where Ventus gets his name, Sora, Riku, and Kairi.
Oh, that!
Because Sora, Riku, and Kairi were land, ocean, and air.
And now, where I died, that's the one up in it. Overflipped.
This is also where Vent and ZX gets his name from. It's again, it's the same of being wind, and L is wing.
Sideways. Just do shorter jump this time.
And because of
it's one of these.
And because of that, Jiro is a weather vane. Except I've seen people be uncultured and pronounce it Giro.
So, like, the whole thing, this is to try to get you to do, like, angled wall jumps. And I hate angled wall jumps in this game, because I should have flipped. I will die here a couple of times. This one's not that bad, and then it's just Shadow Mario.
Yeah, at least the game does have that curve.
Yeah, hold on. Getting low internet. The stream dot. Yep, and it's back. Good.
At least the game does have that courtesy of giving you the one, like, extra life and having it respawn.
I get past the problematic stuff. I just don't like these bonuses. This one is paradoxically pretty easy, though.
Because I will say, well, a thing like this is nice because...
So, if you, like... Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! That's what I was trying to...
Honestly, because of the height you get from it, it looked like they're doing the spin thing, but...
I think you could spin. It had been a minute, but I wanted to... You can also just successfully stand. It doesn't go all the way in.
Well, you saw that on the first one.
Yes, they're all like that, though. If you take this kind of slow, it's not that bad. And the top is pretty easy. And then there's this confusing part that nobody understands. If you get enough of a bounce, you can straight out run on that wall, but not a single person alive
Well, because this is, like...
ever fucking does that, and everyone only literally does that.
Well, because, well, I know they put the arrows there, but...
Yeah. I think it... Oh, wait, yeah.
You can just do that.
Forgot about the spin height.
Oh. And it makes sense why most people don't understand, because I'm going to say it, I think that slope is actually badly designed, because that is the only...
Now to do the funniest thing.
That slope...
That is not at all how you're supposed to get up here. What I just did. And I've tried to explain that to people. And I've basically had
which is really funny, because that's one of those that looks like that's how you're supposed to do it.
It's not. I've explained that to people, but I've had people argue with me about doing that. And they act like I'm speaking fucking Chinese or something when trying to explain. This requires side flips and can be kind of awkward. Because you have to angle sideways. And I hate angling in this game. Oh, come on, more out. Ian's right there. That. Like I said, it's not... Oh, fucking hitbox it!
Just clip right through it.
I got to show that, though. Oh, I'm happy I got to show that. Because he didn't stick. He literally clipped. And I died. And that was the end. If I got past that, I would have won. The shine was literally up there. And I died because I fall through the damn object. Because that one is spinning so fast, the collision is actually god-awful on that thing. That's the reason. I knew about that. I just haven't had that problem in a long time. I believe I talked about that in the Let's Play. I think I did. And I think if you spin, you can make it up there consistently. Yeah, if you spin, you can get better height. Okay. That makes that easier. Whatever. Gotta get used to jumps in this game again. It's fine. It's fine, we're good. I beat this, I beat Shadow Mario, I do the 2 bonus missions, and we're done. I died because clipping.
Which...
What the hell, video game?
Which leads to the point where I was going...
Oh yeah, that makes it... Oh, shit.
Which leads to the point I was going
So, because I died, I'm not gonna do it. You're supposed to wall... I'm pointing. Supposed to wall jump again, and get up there.
Doing it off this wall is so easy. That doesn't feel like a speedrun skip. That feels intentional.
This was the angled wall jump mission. And if you walk, and as always, if you walk on these versus running, when you walk, you stick to these better. But the one that's spinning so fast has a hitbox problem.
The point I was going to make is I feel.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Also,
Oh, hold on. Oh, damn it. Damn it. I hate this thing. Oh, bullshit. Because I know what you have to do, but you're moving, and you're flipping sideways on a moving object that does sort of screw with your momentum. But again, it's not that hard. And then this one is spinning so fast, I actually fell through the object.
it's been a while since I've seen that happen.
Because it's a little bit funky because of the... See, it's not that bad!
So the point I was going to make, honestly, I feel like this game, more than...
Shadow Mario, red coins, 100 coins, secret.
I honestly feel like Sunshine more than 64 needs a remake.
I can agree with you.
Well, it's one of those things I'm kind of, sweaty people on the internet haven't, done. Has anyone made, like, a ROM hack that tries to fix a lot of, like, Sunshine's problems with collision and stuff? Or is it one of those that collision, allows for, so much sweaty speedrunning, nonsense?
Okay, remember, Sunshine is funny because there's a bunch of speedrun tech because collisions.
So
Well, if you fix some stuff, you would break speedruns. So
I guess at that point...
I mean, Noki Bay is going smooth
I guess
enough,
at
I
that-
guess.
I guess at that point, while this would be very hard to do, if someone was doing something like that for a ROM hack, they literally could go through every, like, interaction in the game and literally try to, like, only fix the problematic ones and leave the ones that, allow for, like, speedrunning skips. I guess you could attempt to do something like that.
Damn it, you asshole.
Because that's the type of thing I'm really, like, amazed the internet, hasn't done, because, like...
He literally just runs in circles and just keeps going up and down.
Because, like, enhancement patches... I know this area is kind of difficult, but I really do feel like this area, they should have given him a path that never touches the water. That's the type of small detail.
Okay, so other than a few deaths, we're almost done.
That's the type of small detail thing you should really, like...
Red coin fish can be kind of obnoxious, but it's not that bad. Then the two bonuses I can basically do super easily. And then we'll literally stop. This will be one of the shortest streams of this game. This is with me taking like 5 minutes of startup and meandering around. Much like last time, same hitbox.
Except we do have the funny thing, if Nintendo were to make like a modern remake of this game, and it's kind of funny with the observation I made, I could see if they like fixed all of the hitbox and like collision issues. It's like, oh, that's good, but then that's bad because now that the hitboxes and collision are fixed, it's like you can't do all the sweaty speedrunning stuff, and not just you can't do the sweaty speedrunning, that then means you would have, like, you now have to play the missions people don't like legitimately. Because people use the speedrunning to skip missions they don't like.
Yes.
Oh, and would you look at that, that's all of them. if they were making changes, they would likely, if I had to make it a guess, a bunch of the missions people don't like would likely be made easier in some way.
If they did a remake and they wanted to actually address problems,
like, I could honestly flat out see a remake potentially doing something I could see a remake potentially doing. The pipe that goes to the Toxic River, I could literally see them doing when you activate Yoshi in, like, the world map, you see a bunch of colored fish jumping out of the water now, so instead of having to do the tedious boat riding, a remake would make it you just straight shot to Yoshi, you just have to aim at the fish. You just have to, like, aim at fish in the water.
or the pro. Focus, because I hate this stupid shine. It's not a hard shine, it's just fucking tedious when you're trying to get the one damn coin because I can't aim because I don't like the underwater controls.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What I was going to say, no, the problem with the Toxic River is the fact that getting rid of the shit with Yoshi, it doesn't stay gone. If the boat ride being kind of tedious isn't the problem. The boat ride being kind of tedious is exemplified by resets.
Yes, but even if they, like, also potentially removed, like, lives and made it where now it's like...
Well, yes, my point was more if you
I was going to say, even if they made it so that when you die, instead of being kicked out of the bonus, you will actually respawn in the bonus, like in the secrets in normal state.
You also just have, if you opened it, it was permanent.
My point was, even if they did that, because this is how the internet works, I could see people still complaining because it's like, yeah, you open it and it's now, like, permanently open, you never have to go back over. You never have to, like, do it again, you can always just go back over there if you ever need to play the mission again, even if they had you were kicked out. Except that would do, people would say this is nice, but it's like, you're still wasting my time because I still have to backtrack over there every time. Even though you wouldn't have to do the boat ride because you wouldn't need to get Yoshi over there.
Going to that pipe from the island is not that bad. It's just the boat.
You seem to have forgotten how impatient modern gamers are.
Okay. 2 secrets. That bird, if I can shoot it now, it becomes a shine. Case in point. Then it's the Floodless bonus becomes a secret because red coins. Then it's 100 coins and then we're done. And this is with meandering around because I had a failed stream I'm not going to keep. So much of a failed stream where literally nothing happened. I'm not even counting that as a number. I am not even counting that stream as a number because it literally died before anything important. Gotta do the red coins, which aren't that bad, and we'll do 100 coins the dumb, logical way that I think is like the best logical way that no one talks about, which is amazing because if you look at, like, this game is, you know, well documented because it's Sunshine, and yet, for reasons I can't fathom, people don't do the 100 coin thing I do, and I've told this great 100 coin strategy to people, and I get this sort of...
I feel like most people Now, this idea, you know, isn't, like, that bizarre. I feel like most people with the 100 coins tunnel vision, it's like, oh, there are a bunch of coins underwater. I would want to do the 100 coins, like, in, like, the 8 red coin mission.
You say that? We'll talk about that in a minute, but that's not a thing. Also, we're gonna get the 1-up again, but 1-ups refill water, which not a lot of people notice, which is such a cool random detail.
Because most of the time, you're never going to notice that, because one of those things you don't think about until, like, you say it out loud. You don't really find 1-ups in the regular, like, level of the regular world. You mostly find 1-ups hidden in these bonuses. Now, there are a few 1-ups hidden in the regular stages, but again, you rarely...
So up top... Flood. Right. That one. Damn it. This bonus isn't that hard, I just missed one kind of awkward coin. It's right there. One's over there. I had it, but I missed the one, so I had to circle around, and it wasted more time. Isn't that hard of a challenge? I knew where everything was. I just missed one coin.
Yeah, you just gotta execute on it.
So there's that high up coin, and you just end up There's a high up coin, you just end up wasting time, and you just gotta get up to the top faster. You can! With the hover and everything, skip around, and that specific coin, if you position like that, you get it, then you get that coin, so you got that coin, you don't have to turn around as long as you get this coin. From here, you can just hover across, because I haven't done this in a while. Because with hovering, because you can get... Okay. And the chime's over there.
They could have been... Now, because you have to hover, it's not so much of a problem. They could have been so mean. They could have had full and...
You know...
Yeah, good.
I died one time, and then I execute better. We do 100 coins, we're done! No, what I was going to say... You brought up underwater. No, that's the thing nobody thinks about. Because... I was going to explain this. Every 100 coin guide around the, like, area, in the walls and stuff, are coins in all of the ruins. There's pretty much 100 extra coins underwater, and the maps save between. So you can get 100 coins entirely underwater, you can get it entirely above.
Because I think this was something we brought up.
I just get a minimum of
because
50 above, and then I get 50 under, and then I call it a day.
I think this is something we brought up because it's a very fascinating failsafe the game has, even in areas where it's literally impossible, because the game does actually keep your coin count between loading and transitions like that. Every single area in the game has basically a 100 coin shine spawn location.
Not true.
I thought every bonus had
No, most of the bonuses do, and a lot of the game does.
Because I was going to bring up, didn't people say even the red coins in a bottle actually?
There's a spawn point in the bottle. So there is a spawn point in the bottle. As long as I get a minimum of... Just to show what's up here. This is where the Trigger Ruins boss was. As long as I get a minimum of 50 coins before going underwater, there's...
You're already halfway there.
I don't know.
Oh, hey, one of the few actual one-ups just sitting there because like I said, I was like, there are barely any one-ups sitting in...
There are blue coins in here. Blue coins are in the big jars, but... You can get out of here, you just walk out of the cave. But I get a minimum of 50, there's more than 100. There's basically like 100 underwater, and there's like 100 not underwater, just around the ruins and stuff. So... I just need to go around, get a minimum of 50, and then it's pretty easy to get 50 underwater, and we'll end off underwater. Most of the, little ruin icons and stuff.
If Nintendo were to remake Sunshine, the funny thing is that would actually, unless the narrative about Sunshine is that it's still self-hated for these decisions, this is the one time people would be like, no, this was actually a... unless Nintendo would be like, no, this was actually a good thing, where basically... If they were to remake Sunshine, I feel like there would probably be a lot of discussion about, oh, should it work like, Sunshine basically works, where we have, oh, half the shines in the game are basically only blue coins, and you have to play, every mission in sequential order, or do they do what a bunch of, fan mods have done, where the game...
Other one.
What, it's where they basically do what a bunch of fan mods have done, which is the game would be, entirely, open and non-linear, and you could actually...
Damn it! 10 more. Like I said, there's just coins all over the damn place.
I do wonder which way the internet would go. Was that because of how there's that, sort of new narrative of, remakes being bad because it's like a remake is not the like original experience, even if a remake is just objectively better than the original. Because there's something I know with me, a lot of people very angry. People say a remake like shouldn't replace the original. I think it should. I think a remake of a game should actually replace the original. And that's why before anyone starts taking this argument in a bad faith away, I feel this argument only
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
I feel this argument only applies to video games. I feel like it doesn't apply to like films or books or anything.
Fucking shit. No, those ruins have some coins in them. Damn it! Always hit the wall jumping up here. Oh, closed. Just, yeah, closed, that's why. Just need...
Yeah, huh. No,
And I'll buy the water!
like I said, I feel... I like with games, and the reason I feel like video games have an exception into that is because games are interactive. Where like I know this is a very sort of very particular example, and I feel like some people.
Damn it.
I feel like some people would funny enough say it's like, oh, this as my example, it's like, this is like a bad faith argument, or something, and that's because people talk about the whole, like, playing, you know, the original experience, or whatever. It's like, oh, 50. Oh, almost like 60.
I said!
I was going to ask how many exactly are in the underwater, because if...
The underwater has over 100! Or at least... pretty sure it's barely over 100.
I was going to say, you could maybe go down there at like 40 or like 45 or something.
Always do 50 mid.
You know, as I was saying, I feel like a remake of a game
Not trying to get the max score.
I feel like a
Also,
remake
these coins over here anyway.
I feel like a remake of a game should actually replace the original, because people will say that's like it's a different experience, except there are some remakes that are just effectively better. Like the example I was going to use because this is something a lot of like purist kind of guy
Hold on, we have 70.
kind of got persnickety about, and you know, discourage people from playing it.
Okay.
But it's like the pixel remasters of the first 6 Final Fantasy games, as an example. Like I said, some people, because of the way they look,
Because I kept my coins.
some people were kind of like persnickety about them, and were like, oh, like you shouldn't play the pixel remaster, you should play the original. Except the original Final Fantasy is a bad game. I feel like it is just objectively a bad game, and you can't argue with that, because literally half the game doesn't work. It's like if I play the original Final Fantasy,
Damn it.
Mhm.
God damn it.
If I play the original Final Fantasy, I play...
As you can see, within just a matter of...
This isn't even like...
Hold on.
This isn't even factoring... Like, this isn't even factoring in for basically stupid Americans
My
like...
problem is I never fully remember what pillar that ends up on.
Is that it?
It's right there.
No, like, what's Final Fantasy 1. This isn't even.
Seriously?
This isn't even factoring
Damn
in.
it. Hold on.
The bad like.
We're done.
Yes, I know we're done. That's why I quickly want to say this isn't even factoring in the like bad translation America has, because tell me the difference between hurt and zap. What does hurt more? The difference there is hurt. That's the English version of that skill that can only damage undead enemies.
Get the lives.
Anyway, I was not even factoring in the bad English translation. Like I said, it's like this is a version of the game. Half the game doesn't work.
Yes.
Intelligence doesn't scale, so because intelligence, like you don't get any intelligence, your like mages never get more powerful. Your magic only becomes more powerful based on the base power of the magic. All of the elemental swords for the red mage and warrior don't work.
And the internet's dropping. And it's back. It's fine.
Like all of the basically swords don't work. So the swords, they just have their higher base power. They don't have this is like a fire sword. So it's
even to date, and you can read wikis about the first Final Fantasy, and this is discussions, and it is mentioned on the wiki that people will call it, it's like, I'm gonna not quote it verbatim because I don't remember exactly how it's worded, but it's like, people often cite the fact that intelligence doesn't like scale up as an intelligence bug, but it's like, some people believe this was an intended feature, as there is nothing in the game to infer that that was a mechanic in the first place.
Except that's how Dungeons and Dragons work.
Yes.
And not just that's how Dungeons and Dragons works, that's how every other stat works.
Yes.
Every other stat in a game increases when you get level ups.
And off.
Yes, that's why I wanted to just quickly run through.
No, I agree with you, and I was going to say, I do think a remake should replace the original if a remake fixes problems with an original. Because that is an actual thing. It's just we wrapped up pretty quickly, even with me meandering around.
Because there's going to go over the, like, other thing of, it's like, because of that, thieves in the first game are basically worthless, where the only, like, thing thieves had was higher speed would make it more likely to flee, except because of a bug that doesn't work, so it's like, this class is worthless. So, like, half the classes basically have something about them that it doesn't work, versus, you know, playing on the Pixel Remaster, it's like, oh, look, all of this actually works as intended.
Trying to see my rocket storage before getting it off. Damn it. Because I need to de-rust, and I'm gonna end off. Rocket storage isn't that hard, and I can normally do it when I'm... Damn it. You have to let go as it apexes. Talked about that. Just sometimes you get a bit rusty. It's this. It's that. It's not that hard. I just haven't played the game in a while. We need to end off.
Yes, we do, because if we...
yes! Cursing!
If we don't want something like this to last like 15 extra minutes.
Minutes of just rambling on a live stream, and I'm not doing that. Fun random extra fact, though. I don't remember if I brought it up in the Let's Play, I just find this amusing. So, in the English version, they added extra fruit around the, like, plaza. Like, these and stuff. Except because this extra fruit is here, that actually makes the American NTSC version take longer to load.
Weird.
It's loading in the fruit.
Huh.
So these durians are killing your speedruns. American NTSC is still commonly used. I just find this funny.
Yes, it is funny.
The extra fruit around the plaza makes the load times worse. But that said, though, I want to end off. I meandered around, and I don't want the stream to drop out, and I'm trying to do my outro and everything. All I wanted to do was Noki Bay. I know the beginning was kind of awkward, and I'm sorry about that. I was just checking to make sure everything was working, and I was stalling for Curson to walk back in here. With that said, I'm gonna truncate, do my outro. This is going on YouTube, and it will be on Twitch until it expires. I'm doing the Twitch and YouTube fusion outro. I have to basically be the beggar or the vagabond, where I'm basically on the street corner and I have an empty guitar case. I flip over a hat. I have a cup of change. For Twitch, follow. Could you spare a follow? For YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Could you spare a like, comment, and subscribe? If you enjoyed the stream, a follow is appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, the whole like, comment, and subscribe stuff is appreciated, because either way, it feeds the algorithm, and that helps the Twitch channel grow, because if people follow, they can help us reach affiliate. If you subscribe on YouTube, that can help the YouTube channel grow. On Twitch, I don't have a lot of widgets, but I have a miscellaneous group of social media links. On YouTube, those are mixed in with the pinned comment and in the video description. So basically, the pinned comment and the video description on YouTube has my social media links. Some social media sites are cesspools, but if you follow me on social media, that can help our communities grow, or whatever the following equivalent on a bunch of different sites is. With all of that said, this was fun. Everything went well after that one error. So I'm just going to end off before something stupid happens. If you're watching this on Twitch, even if it's the VOD, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, because it is definitely the VOD, I hope you all enjoyed the video. But either way, I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.